2 minutes to the race start today. So, our front row, you can see Peggy Knox in her vivacious kit, Vicious Fellow. Can see Ida Patson there, and we've got our two riders on the end, who are both racing for Exact Power. I believe they're a Southern team. I believe that's Iris Gray, next to Peggy Knox, and Alice Colling on the other side of her. Freya Mowbray in the pink helmet behind Peggy Knox. 30 seconds to the race start. And what a race. Isla Patson nice and low there. I'm a low starter. Peggy Knox there with her poker face on. And they're off. Okay, so we will head up to the technical sections, hoping to get some action shots. I'll be able to hear on the commentary, the corners are getting really greasy out there. A bit more than greasy actually, they're quite muddy. So it's going to be really hard for these girls to stay upright. Okay, so we've got Peggy Knox coming in first. Freya Mowbray actually doing really well. She's in second place currently, getting nice and narrow down those straights. And then we've got one of our exact riders, I believe it's Heidi Roscoe. Very cloggy, very hard, into a long, long sandpit. See how she takes this. Nice entrance into the sand. And I think she's going to make it. Really nice sand riding from Peggy Knox. Freya will do well in the sand. She was great at Irvine, and Irvine is quite a similar course to this, although it doesn't quite have the same long sand pits. Just pushing all the way to the end there. And then here is Heidi Roscoe for Exact Versa. Again, riding nicely. Oh, she's just had to get off there, and she is being chased down by Charlotte Lisman and Iris Gray. A lot of our riders choosing to ride about halfway and then get off. I'm not sure whether that's a choice or whether that's what's been made to be done. Okay. Oh, okay. So that's Ida Patson there. Georgia is going in there. Ida Patson getting off and running. And Katie Colling, riding for Shibden, doing well. Into the sand. Nice sand riding. Down here.
Tidy, Peggy, clean and tidy.
Not wanting to risk anything because we've seen so many people have problem slip-offs and it's cost them the race. So Peggy Knox will be wanting to take it relatively safe, but then also she'll need to hold off Freya Mowbray, who is looking sharp behind her. Peggy Knox taking a nice line down there and watching on the off camber. So she has decided to get off and run. The camber has become a lot more slippy since yesterday, and it will be hard for any of the riders to ride it today. Let's see what Freya does. She also has been getting off. So from what we've seen so far, I'm thinking that most of the riders will be getting off. A close race behind them with Heidi Roscoe and Charlotte Lisman. So Charlotte Lisman doing well up there. Heidi Roscoe is attempting to ride that. And she does it. I'm not sure whether it's gained her any time though. Might honestly be quicker just to run. we can see on these really, really tough steps. Cute dog. So that's Iris Grey, Isla Patterson, both going in together. You can see Freya Mowbray really trying to get aero along those straights. And Peggy have a huge gap. So I don't think, unless there's a made problem, I don't think Charlotte Lisman and Heidi Roscoe will be able to catch up to that. The boys' race had a lot of crashes in. And then also you need enough speed to get up the second hill. So it's really a tough corner. Freya handling it nicely. And the mountain biker. So we can see that is Charlotte Lisman and Heidi Roscoe just going up there in fighting for third place. And then behind them we've got Isla Patterson and George Mahoney. And just behind them is Iris Grey. For third place we have Charlotte Lisman and Heidi Roscoe. Charlotte's racing for Pine Sport and Heidi is racing for the Exact Power, which we've seen quite a few riders riding for today. Her, Isla Patterson and also Sam Ganassi, who had a really good race in the boys. So they have both ridden that nicely. So there we have our leader, Peggy Knox. She's just gone past through the pits. She's doing really well. Freya, I would say, is gaining on her in the technical sections, but she's a really good rider and very powerful.
Come on, Freya.
Freya's just getting around those corners really nicely, and she'll be accelerating, attempting to get closer and closer to Peggy before the technical section goes. So this is Isla Patterson here. Rode that nice. And then behind her we've got George Mahoney, just coming to a halt at the bottom. Very easy to do.
Okay.
And Iris Grey, who was gridded third on the Alpha third. So we've got Heidi Roscoe riding for Exact Power and Charlotte Lisman riding for Pine Sport. They're locked in a battle and Isla Patterson is chasing them. So we'll see how that all plays out. So Peggy Knox will be approaching the finish line right now, and I would say that that will be 2 laps to go for her today. Okay, so we're estimating from what the people in the pits have been saying that it's about a 20-second gap from Isla Patterson to Charlotte Lisman and Heidi Roscoe. And then not too far for Iris Grey, but George Mahoney is right on her tail, so we'll see how that all plays out as well. So once the riders approach the finish line, it will be 2 laps to go for them in this race today. Okay. Yes, please do join us for the elite races later on. We've got great battles hopefully between Zancrease and Kay, and then later on in the men's we've got all the favourites, Thomas Mean, Cameron Mason, so it's going to be a great race between them. We've got a little break in between so we can go grab some chips, and then yeah, just coming into the sandpit. She's got a really, really nice line through there, just keeping her speed, which we've seen is really hard to do, and then just pushing at the end. Not long till Freya Mowbray comes past though. I'd say the gap between them has maybe, I count when she comes in.
Freya, you're catching on the twisty bits. Go on, Freya. Keep the pressure on. Go on, Freya. Go on, Freya.
Oh, Freya just having to jump off there. I'd say that the gap is about 20-25 seconds in between them. So it is going to be hard for Freya to catch Peggy, but you know, anything can happen in cross. Very unpredictable sport. Here we go. We've got Heidi Roscoe. She is in third. She seems to have dropped Charlotte Lisman just a tiny bit. Charlotte Lisman's still on the sand right now over there. We will go over there in a minute just so I can show you the full course. Heidi Roscoe doing really, really well. Just getting off, but I think that's an okay tactic, to be honest. Especially if you're in a close battle with someone and you can't leave time trying to ride it. So Katie Colling there and Charlotte Lisman on the other side, both doing really well. Okay, so we've got two riders here. I believe they're fighting for 5th place. So we've got Isla Patterson in 3rd place, and we've got Iris Gray just behind her. So that will be also another interesting race. Hopefully we get some sprint finishes. And then we've got Georgia Mahoney here. It's absolutely wild out here today. I'm not sure whether you can hear it because I might have my noise cancellation on, but it's a really amazing atmosphere out here, right by the sea. Got the crashing waves, raining, windy. Okay, so good news. The chip van is actually open. It's just on the other side. Okay, I'm very pleased. Very pleased indeed. I think the seagulls are too. So yeah, this is another part of the course. We might not have some riders coming past, but I want to show you the full entire course. And this bit is really good. Okay, so there we go. We've got Katie Colling. I'm sorry, I'm rubbish at that. Just going up this really steep sand run up here. I'll let you take a look. And then there is also a step here. So yeah, yet another tricky feature for our riders to conquer today. This, we know, is a really tricky part of the course. We've got Nicole just coming up here. She's doing really well. But yeah, it's so much harder than you think. And especially yesterday when it was icy, it's way harder than it looks to get up this steep velodrome slope. So now it will be our last lap for all the riders there today. It's been a great race so far. Freya Mowbray just getting aero, doing really well. Everyone huddled in the tent there. It's a chilly, chilly day, I'll tell you that. 1 degree and raining. It's proper northern weather. So we do have some close battles that will be finished shortly. So there was quite a close race between Georgia Mahoney and Isla Patterson when we last saw them. So we'll see how that has played out when we next see them. Okay, so she's just coming down here. Nice line. She has decided to get off. She does have time to spare though. So we're just coming down, but she's not far off actually. Just heading down around this corner. Taking a nice line. This is really slippy, you can tell. But it's a nice line taken by Freya. I think the line to take now is to run. Okay, now we can see Peggy just coming back down and then she'll be going round towards the velodrome. Got Steve's lovely dancing. So we can just see Peggy is on the far side now, and she is going all the way down that section, and then she'll be dropping down onto the hard velodrome and coming around to the finish line. Phenomenal race from her today. Finish line now. So Peggy Knox is just coming into the finish. She's done so well today, and she is our winner for today's race. And then behind her we've got Freya Mowbray, and then Heidi Roscoe, and then we have Charlotte Lissenman. So thank you all for watching the race today. I'll see you shortly. Bye.